I don't know what's going on. What's up, y'all? I'm here. I'm here, y'all. We're gonna have a just a cute kiki session tonight. Nothing too deep, right? What's up, Symphony? What's up, Will Keisha Carter? Miss Carter, here she go. We're not arguing tonight. Nelly Nell, love. Well, Sheikah, yes. My bad. I said Will Sheikah. Hey, Lady B. What's up, Stephanie? LaWanda. I should have put my contacts on. I'm not as traumatized no more. What's up, Starkeisha? Miss Coco? Here for the glare? Girl, y'all gonna have to deal with this for just a few more days. Then I'll go back to wearing my contacts. But right now, girl, we gonna wear these glasses until I'm back comfortable. Thank you, Miss Cadet. Thank you so much. What's up, Yaya? I'm gonna cook for you. Okay. Oh, baby, you know I love to eat. Thank you. Thank y'all. Girl, I actually have two of these jackets. The same exact jacket. One of them is still in the packaging. They made that. I ordered this jacket from, I forgot. It's like MNLA, something like that, girl. I don't know. I ordered the jacket, and I actually wanted one that had the black stars on it. It had black stars, and they sent me this one, and I was like, okay, girl, whatever. I'm not gonna, whatever, girl. The jacket was on sale for like $30. Whatever. Okay, I'll say, okay, the yellow is fine. And then you sound like Lotto. And then and then I was like, I still want the one with the black stars. So I ordered another one. And they still sent me another one with the yellow stars. At that point I was over it. And I just forgot to send it back. So it's literally been sitting in my closet in the packaging to this day. Girl, somebody want to come and get it, y'all can come and get it if you want it, child. You're literally brand new. Okay. All right, y'all. So listen, we are going to be talking about the mess down at the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. Um. Thank you, J Reese 210. Thank you so much. Girl, this is a double XL. This is a double XL. So it's a little big, but you know, I like it a little, you know, it ain't too big. We're gonna be talking about the girls that are loving hip hop. I'm gonna just go ahead and give y'all love and hip hop. Girl, might as well. I'm gonna play the clip. I'm gonna give y'all a heads up right now. I'm probably gonna play most, if not all, of what Carlos had to say because I feel like it needs to be heard. If you've already heard it, then you know. But I feel like a lot of what he said, I feel like you should hear it. I may not play all of it, but I'm gonna play at least 10 minutes of it. So one, I feel like Carlos was spitting too. We know Carlos got his ways, okay? We know Carlos got his ways. What they say about a broken clock, a broken clock is right twice a day. I felt like a lot of the stuff, if not most of the stuff, if not all of the stuff he said was really the truth. All right, so first we're gonna get into Nene Leakes. Lanithia, Lanithia was down to the Breakfast Club shaking the table. Baby, Nene said that, girl, there really aren't any stars. They picked all the stars off. Let's play what Nene had to say. And then I'm going to say what I got to say, then we're going to move on. Ooh-wee! Y'all ready?
Going to become famous off of them, but are they famous?
Who?
Robin and Giselle? No, I think she's talking about her
husband.
Yeah, her husband. She said that the lady was going to become famous
off of them.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, are they famous? It's the question.
Yes, Robin and Giselle on the Real Housewives of Potomac.
They may be known. There's a difference between famous and known.
That's true. I agree with that.
So I don't know about famous, but maybe it gets known for a minute.
So you think is Giselle famous?
No.
Okay, Candy is famous.
Now you just hate me.
I am not hating the ghetto. I'm just telling y'all the
Come
truth.
on now.
I tell you, there's a difference between famous and being known.
There is.
That's all.
I thought a lot of them on the Real Housewives franchises were famous.
They are famous?
I would think so, especially on the Potomac in Atlanta.
They're famous?
I thought so.
Oh my God.
Candy is famous.
Yes.
Escape, Candy. Okay, but never mind.
You something else.
I haven't even said anything. I'm just looking at y'all. I say, what now? Just tell me again. I will give Candy, yeah. But everyone else, I don't see it.
Hey, man.
My piece was going to become famous off of them, but my piece was going to...
Nene is a kiki. Nene is a kiki. Nene is a kiki. Okay,
so
listen. So this is what I have to say about the whole famous, not famous. Just listen to me and listen to me good, okay? I'm not trying to take nothing away from nobody. I think in the grand scheme of things, like 99.9% of the housewives are not famous. No tea, no shade. That's why I've said this before. I think sometimes we tend to get caught up in this housewives world where we really think, like, girl, these girls are like really, really famous. Like, girl, these, like 99.9% of the housewives, they can still go to Target without security. Girl, no tea, no shade. They can still go grocery shopping without security. No tea, no shade. Girl. They can still go to Lenox Mall without security. No tea, no shade. Girl. Does that make, like, they are really, like, famous is like Beyonce can't go nowhere without security. Rihanna can't go nowhere without security. I think Candy is famous. But I think that, like, if like Candy could just walk around Atlanta with Todd and nobody bother her. No, like, does that make sense what I'm saying? Rihanna going to the grocery store. I saw Rihanna at the grocery store a few months ago. But Rihanna also had 2 big ass security guards with her too. Like, Candy is famous. I'm not taking nothing away from Candy. Candy is rich. And I think that sometimes people tend to get people being rich with being famous. Like, there are plenty of rich people that don't nobody know about. That's why when even though Marlo was talking out the side of her neck, listen, even though Marlo was talking out the side of her neck, I kind of understood what Marlo was trying to say when she said Candy not famous. Because to her, and because to a lot of people in Atlanta, Candy is just Candy. I think that's the way Marlo should have worded that when she tried to downplay Candy. What Marlo messed up was when she started trying to say, I can go over here and... Like, I knew what Marlo was trying to say. Marlo was just trying to say that, girl, I look at Candy like Candy can go to Kroger tomorrow and ain't nobody gonna bother Candy. That doesn't take away from Candy being rich. Like, I just feel like in the grand scheme of like famous, there really are only like a few like famous people. You know? Like I said, girl, to me, 99.9% of the housewives, girl, they really could just walk around town and, girl, nobody bother them. I really do believe that. I don't know that to be factual. But I do believe that 99.9% of the housewives are not famous. We know them because of the show. Like I said, to me, when I think of famous, I'm thinking of like the Beyoncés, the Michael Jacksons, the Rihannas, the Nicki Minaj's. Like, girl, them hoes is famous. Girl, y'all girls are known. And some of y'all just happen to be rich. Look at me down here starting shit. I'm just telling y'all. That's how I look at it. They're popular. They're popular. They're popular. They're well known. Some of them are rich. But I wouldn't say that, girl, they're famous. Because quality is kept, Nene. Girl, even though you are like the face, or you were the face of Bravo, you were the face of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene, girl, you can walk down the street too. Nene can walk down the street with her boyfriend and people gonna say, oh my God, hey Nene. That's what people gonna do. It ain't like people like, girl, it's not like when these girls step out on the scene, they causing all types of pandemonium. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Like, none of these girls are like getting the mall shut down. None of these girls are like getting the stores shut down. That's no tea, no shade. Nene could go to the Galleria Mall tomorrow. Girl, ain't the mall not gonna shut down? But I guarantee you, if people found out that Rihanna was at the Galleria Mall, baby, it's gonna be a hot ass mess because everybody gonna run to the Galleria Mall. If they found out that Beyonce was at the Galleria Mall, girl, they're gonna shut down the mall. Like, girl, y'all gotta go home. Everybody's running to the Galleria Mall. Girl, that's famous. When your presence can get shut down. That's famous. Y'all presence not getting shit shut down. You might have one or two or three people follow you around the store, ask for an autograph, but girl, it's not. That's famous. Famous is like what Michael Jackson was. Candy is famous, but Candy, I hate to say it again, I'm not trying to take away nothing from Candy, but Candy is not going to go to the mall and get it shut down. They're going to say Candy at the mall, and then you're going to have a few people that go up there. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. That's just how I look at it. I'm sorry. Candy is rich. Ain't too many people getting the mall shut down. Like I said, if Beyonce go to the mall tomorrow, I can guarantee you, bitches gonna be cops up there. They're gonna be telling people they gotta go home. That is famous, baby. That's famous. Nene not famous. Sorry. Nene, girl, like Ebony K. Williams, Nene is a Bravo celebrity. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. That's what I have to say about that. I also want to say this too. And then we moving on. Ebony K. Williams. She was on the Breakfast Club and she came out and talked about, I guess, Nene saying that she didn't know her. All I'm going to say is this. Do I think that Nene and Ebony have went out for drinks and cocktails? No. But I think that sometimes we do get caught up into the semantics of it. Like tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Like, Nene knows who Ebony is. You might not know Ebony like on a personal level, but you have heard of Ebony K. Williams. I think Nene does that a lot. She tries to say, oh, I don't like, kind of like, I don't know her. What's up, Diva? Like, I don't know her. But it's like, girl, you do know who she is, though. Like, and I think that sometimes when we start to, it's like playing this game. Like, Ebony, like, was your impact this, like, did you make this big impact on the Real Housewives of New York? No, you didn't. I'm not going to blame Ebony for the demise of Real Housewives of New York. I put that on the producers and the people who did the hiring. Ebony was not a good fit for that show. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Usually when I find out it's a black girl on the show, that gets me to tune in. Like, I started watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because they put a black girl on the show, which was Garcelle. Oh, let me tune in. I tried to watch Real Housewives of New York because they put a black girl on the show. Oh, Ebony's black, let me watch. I was like, it just was not a good fit. I don't even think I got through the first episode before I realized what her role was, which was to kind of be the African American professor. And I was like, girl, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I think in real life, Ebony may be a cool person, but she was not a good fit for that show. She just wasn't. She wasn't. I think that most people, based off what I've heard, most people kind of knew. Like I think that sometimes people may not realize that we know what we're watching. Like when I'm watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I know I'm watching a whole bunch of rich white women who may be delusional and may be Trump supporters. But it's kind of like, girl, I'm just watching. Ain't none of that shit coming up. So it's like, girl, I'm just gonna watch the show. Like when they tried to have that political watch party, girl, do you really think I believe half of them hoes didn't vote for Donald Trump? Girl! But y'all trying to act like, girl, it's kind of like, girl, I think we know what we're watching. But anyway, Sha, I just felt like, with the whole Ebony and Nene thing, Nene knew exactly who the hell Ebony K. Williams was. You may not know Ebony K. Williams on a personal level, but girl, you've heard of her name. And I think that sometimes when we get caught into the whole, like I said, tomato, tomato, it's kind of like, oh girl, she don't know her, girl. You know who the hell she is, girl. All right, y'all. Let's move on. Hooey. So the Real Housewives of Potomac is a hot ass. Ebony made me feel like a racist. Nene be lying. All right, so, and I felt like Ebony could have and I'm going to move on. I felt like Ebony could have did a great job if she knew when to kind of go there. I felt like from the clips that I saw online, Ebony was always on professor mode. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. When you got a rich white woman like Ramona, who 70 years old, what Ramona think is what Ramona thinks. And ain't no Ebony K. Williams, who is 30-something years old, gonna get this rich white woman who thinks the way she thinks to change the way that she thinks. Baby, Ramona is damn near about to die. Ramona ain't changing the way she think at no time soon. Now, maybe you could try to pull that with Leah or some of the other women, but you're not coming in changing a rich white woman who pushing 70s way of thinking. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, girl, either you're going to be on the show and just accept these hoes for who they are and just have a good time and give some teachable moments here and there. But girl, to be like, it's kind of like, girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, the way Garcelle addresses certain situations on the show, I felt like that's how kind of Ebony should have went about it. Girl, we can have a good kiki session, a good time, and then, girl, when it's time to discuss race, then we can have the discussion. So, like, when Garcelle is talking about, girl, you do see color, girl, you see I'm black, it's kind of like, oh, okay, now we're about to have the conversation. But I don't want it to be forced. You know? Because the truth of the matter is, girl, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, and this might sound tired, laden through. Ain't nobody watching The Real Housewives to have a history lesson. They not. I know they might sound fucked up, tired, laden through. But nobody's watching a housewife show for a history lesson. They're really not. It's fucked up as it sounds. Like, we know these hoes is drunks. No, I'm sorry, not hoes. We know these women like to drink. We know they like to have sex with each other friends. We know they like to read. We know they like to shade. Girl, it's kind of like, okay, that's what we watching. I don't mind the history lesson here and there. But girl, it's kind of like, girl, at some point it does, it's like kind of like, oh, girl. Girl, what is we doing? Girl, can a bitch just go out and have a cocktail? Anyways, all right, y'all. So let's move on. I'm done with that. So, we got a lot to get into, okay? So I'm going to play the clip of Robin Dixon saying what she said that set the internet on fire, okay? So we're going to listen to what Robin had to say, and then we're going to listen to what Carlos, I don't know if I'm going to play the full clip, but I felt like a lot of what Carlos said, he was spot on, okay? But I'm going to play this first little clip of what Robin had to say for the people who have been living under a rock, okay? This is what, girl, here we go. So this is what Robin had to say, okay?
Addressing this because I usually, I don't know, I don't really give attention to stuff like this.
Right.
And true. People who want attention. But I figured there were a lot of lies and things being misconstrued. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what I will say, okay, so for y'all, I'm sure all y'all that are listening don't really know exactly what we're talking about because you don't, live on Instagram or whatever, TikTok, Twitter, whatever it might be. Young lady came forward talking about she and Juan dated during COVID, and she shows this like hotel receipt with his name on it. Right. Okay. That's like that's legit. I don't know. I mean, that's the premise of the allegation. Right. Exactly. So, what I want to, okay. So what I want to say, first of all, I was aware of the situation before we filmed season 7. Right. And because this young lady was so pressed to tell me and to tell you, Giselle, yes, I assume she told the whole cast. Right. Because she DM'd me. Right. So all of season 7, I'm just like waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Because Karen is good for thinking she got some tea,
right? Or anybody. I mean, like that's our life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready for it. I'm waiting for it. And so when we're in Mexico, and Ashley tells me that Karen, was talking about us, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is it,
right?
And she talks about some blonde holding hand, him holding hands with a blonde in Georgetown that looks like Karen. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation, and I expected to talk about it on season 7.
Right.
Now, the situation, when it was presented to me, was discussed. It was handled. It was something we had to work through, It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
However, there are a lot of things that need to be cleared up with what's being said with what allegedly happened, which did not. So,
okay.
and I want to almost maybe share the details for Patreon.
Oh, yeah. We'll give the details on the Patreon.
Yes.
So go ahead on and subscribe.
So I will give more details on Patreon, but what I will say is, yes, Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, because, whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. He's, it's the pandemic, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
However, they did not date.
He
did not fly her anywhere.
They fucked.
Right? And there is a reason why his name is on a hotel receipt, which I will share on Patreon.
Yes. Boom.
And the reason is not because he asked her to come and was volunteered to pay for this hotel room.
Right. The end.
Okay.
Yes. And then I will say several things on Patreon. Like, let me catch her outside. Let me catch her outside.
But,
allegedly.
But since she pretty much was trying to bribe Juan and told her that she was going to become famous off of us, then I don't know, girl, go maybe, I don't know, hopefully you can start OnlyFans and get some money off of it or something.
Yes, go show your booty on OnlyFans.
Right. Yeah. But I will say, just with respect to Juan and I, we dealt with the situation. It was definitely something that, we had to work through relationship-wise. Maybe that's why the wedding didn't happen when y'all wanted it to.
Oh, really?
I mean,
let's discuss. We'll discuss on Patreon.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying? But so anyway, it was something that we dealt with, and, we're moving forward.
Yes.
I debated on whether,
Girl. Girl, I don't even know where to start at. Okay, the first thing I want to say is this. It's not that I'm speeding, it's because I do want to listen with you guys a large chunk of what Carlos had to say. So I guess in a way I am kind of speeding because I know that when I get to Carlos and what he had to say, that's going to take up a few minutes. Okay? I'm going to tell you I already paid because I got my little snack. I already got a little snack right here waiting because when I play it, I'm going to be eating this fruit because the only thing I ate out, I haven't eaten anything all day. I really just drank a cup of coffee and some water. So that's why I'm kind of I guess in a way speeding because I knew that when I got to Carlos and what he had to say, that was going to take up a few minutes. Robin is, I already talked about the whole Robin stuff. Let me tell y'all why this is an issue with what Robin did. I understand that Robin has been transparent, or at least she was, at the beginning of Real Housewives of Potomac. But that doesn't mean that you get to stop. Because this is your job. It's almost like a sales associate not wanting to sell anymore because they have been the top seller for the last 5 years. That's not how it works. I'll even give you a personal example. There were times at my job where I just was fucking around. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't feel like doing shit. I don't want to work at this motherfucker no more. I'm done. And when those times came, my manager would come and tap me on the shoulder and tell me, you better get it together or I'm going to fire your ass. And then there will be times where, girl, I would be at the top of the list, right? Like I told y'all that time I won that, what was it, 200? I think it was a $200 gift card. I don't even know. I'll just be, sometimes when I'm focused, I'm focused. When I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn. But I can't sit here and say, well, what about the time I was the number one employee, you know? Girl, that was all fine and dandy, but girl, you're still getting paid to do a job. So you better keep it up every month. And I think that some people think that just because Robin was transparent her first few years of the show, that means that all of a sudden, girl, that means she doesn't have to be. But that's her job, though. Like that's literally your job, is to get on reality TV and tell your business. Not be exposed, but for you to tell your business. Like my job was to literally go to work and find shit. That was my job. And when those times came where I was not doing the best at my job was threatened. Real life. I worked at my job for 8 years. You don't get to just do good on your job and then think that all of a sudden because I did this X, Y, and Z, that now I get to slack. No, that's not how jobs work. The same way I said, I've been saying this, like with Nene Leakes. Remember I used to say, girl, Nene don't be giving nothing. All Nene want to do is get on the show and give one-liners. Like, girl, that's not enough. Nene was literally at her house sitting on a gold mine. But I think that people had hyped up Nene so much. Girl, you know I talk with my hands. People had hyped up Nene so much to the point where she felt like she didn't have to do nothing. Nene was over there sitting on information about her and Greg being in an open relationship. How do we find this out on Angela Yee's podcast and not on the show that y'all say you getting paid $2 million to show your reality? And then the fans swoop in and say because Nene did X, Y, and Z, that gives her a pass. No, it doesn't. And y'all see what Nene at now? The same way I said I felt about Kenya Moore. When Kenya Moore got married off of camera, I literally just talked about this like a month or two ago. I said I understood why Bravo fired her ass or demoted her, whatever happened with her contract. Because, girl, you're on a reality show. How do you get married off of camera? Like how does that go? I understood why whatever happened with Nick Kenya and Bravo at the time, I understood why Bravo felt the way that they felt. I would have been pissed off. So, with Robin Dixon, if I was a boss and I heard that my employee took information that she was supposed to share on the platform that I'm paying her to share this information, and she went to another platform to share this information, Miss Thing will be out the door. How the fuck do you get paid to share your reality on this platform, but you don't? You keep it and hide it, and then you go to another platform and then share that information. Your ass will be out the motherfucking door. It will be no questions asked about it. Out the door. Baby, out the door. Girl, I want to tell you, out the door. Girl, there wouldn't be no questions about it. Girl, did I just hear what the fuck you just said you said? Did you just say that, girl, you knew this information going into season 7, but you gonna save it and they can go to Patreon and hear it? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Robin will be out the door. Robin will be out of the door. Like, she will literally be out of the door. I don't know. What's up, Carlos? I don't know any employer who would be okay with that. And I refuse to believe that even the biggest Robin fan, you will be okay with that. No boss. Let me say something. You can't even work at different retail stores at the same time. If you work at Nordstrom and you go get a job at Neiman's and they found out that you're about to go to Neiman's, they're going to let you go that same day. Did y'all know that? If you work at Saks and you get a job at Nordstrom or Neiman's and they find out that you are going to be eventually going there, they're going to let you go that same day. When I worked at Zara and I was trying to get a part-time job at Neiman's Last Call, they told me straight up, Neiman's told me, not Zara, Neiman's told me, well, you do know that you're going to have to quit Zara. Girl, what? When Whoopi Goldberg, yes, if you go to a competitor, that's your last day. Like, that's like real life. I remember when Whoopi Goldberg was on The View and she was about to shoot. Remember when Whoopi, she locked her hair with the gray hair because she was shooting a movie for like CBS and NBC or some other station, and she got on the show and was explaining why her hair was gray, and she was like, I just want to thank ABC for allowing me to go shoot this movie because it was at a different station, a different network. Like, this is real life. This is like real life. That's why it's like, I don't understand how people can defend Robin and what she did. Because there's no defending it. Girl, there's no defending it. Girl, you literally took your information that you were supposed to share at the job that pays you and took it to another platform. Girl, what? And you online saying it like, yeah, I knew before going into season 7, but y'all can go to Patreon if you want to know the details. Bitch! And charge for it. You can't do that in real, you can't. And the people are saying it in the comment section. You can't work at Neiman's and Saks. You can't work at Macy's and Nordstrom. You can't work at Forever 21 and Nordstrom. If they find out, your ass is gone. And it's just that simple. Every person that worked at Nordstrom that went to Saks, they usually quit the same day. Quit the same day. Because you can't work at Nordstrom and Saks at the same time. You can't work at Neiman's and Saks at the same time. No, baby, you got to go. And that's just in real life. Let's play some of what Carlos had to say. Because I'm getting hungry. I want to eat. All right, so this is some of what Carlos had to say, y'all. I'm starting to get myself worked up. Okay, where we at? Girl, how do I work this? Okay, raindrops. This tone may be a little different. You know, I'm usually, whimsical, fun, thrilled. Once again,
My workout is interrupted. I got my pre-workout drink. Because, child, I was planning on working out. But let's just get right into it. So, I'm not in the best mood. My mind has been blown, and not in a good way, by Robin's admission. So, in case you've been living under a reality rock. Okay, I'm laughing. Okay, so this made me good. Yesterday, Robin Dixon from the Real Housewife of Potomac revealed that she knew all along that Robin was definitely talking to a blonde woman, and she knew about it. They dealt with.
Let me also say this too, because I'm going to forget. I know I saw people online saying that with the whole Karen situation. Okay. Excuse me. The whole Karen bringing up another woman. Technically, was that the same woman? I guess not. But it still doesn't take away from the fact that Robin still went into this season withholding information. And you know what makes it even worse? It's because a part of me feels like Robin knew what was going on. And instead of y'all just telling the truth, y'all make up these lies. So even with Karen talking about another woman, you was waiting for somebody else to bring it up. Like, girl, what? Let's finish listening.
And he allegedly said something along the lines of, it was the pandemic, I was bored. So when I say to y'all, 90% of housewives have open marriages.
Baby, when Robin was defending Juan for cheating on her, talking about when Robin was defending Juan, talking about, girl, he was bored, we was in a pandemic. Bitch, you was in a pandemic. Like, bitch, you was in your house, depressed. Girl, you were in your home depressed. And your excuse for him cheating was we were in a pandemic. And called her lazy. Baby, your husband, your fiance at the time called you lazy, girl. Called you lazy. And you online making excuses for him cheating on you like a goddamn fool. Bitch, I almost choked. That's that Robin spirit.
I said that when last week and the week before that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna keep it all the way real on this podcast today because I am pissed. I'm pissed because Robin admitting that she hid her story from the world on the show that pays you is a slap in the face to everyone involved, including the audience. And the fact that you have the audacity to go on your podcast to reveal this instead of the show that pays you. As a producer, I was so infuriated yesterday. Like, the reason why I did not tape it yesterday, this podcast episode, because I like to give it to you guys in real time, is because I was in Jackson, Mississippi, having a cast meeting with the cast of The Collective. Because we are shooting this season. And this season is actually, thank God,
Baby, Juan said that Robin's depression was unattractive. Girl, and this the nigga. Girl! Juan said that Robin's depression was unattractive. That's what he told her. Bitch.
Well, it's God, so no need to knock on wood. Thank God this season is going well. Dare I say it's better than last season? But even the fact that, the season is going well. Carlos King, with many jobs, still flew to Jackson, Mississippi because I wanted to sit down with my cast because we are in the middle of filming and we have a couple more weeks left. I wanted them to know, like, this is what's working, this is what isn't working in terms of just the issues you have when you're shooting any show, whether it's scripted or not scripted. There's always issues, right? And I love this show so much that I went down to Jackson, Mississippi for 7 hours. I didn't even stay overnight, but that's my commitment to the show. And my cast was so happy to see me.
Girl, y'all think he throwing shots at Andy? I'm messy, so my mind be working a messy way sometimes. I felt like he was throwing shots at Andy, basically saying that you are the one who kind of came up with this show, and girl, this is what you're doing. I still find time out of my schedule to go make sure that the shit that I created is still going the way that it should go. Yeah, okay, I thought I was tripping. I felt like he was throwing shots at Andy. I really felt like he was. Like, nigga, this is the shit. This is your ship, and this is how it's going.
And Angela, who's the VP of development and programming for the show, she and I met with the girl.
Hold on, let me read people's super chats. Hold up. Did you see that Bravo just announced a special post-reunion combo with Rock? Girl, you lying. I didn't see that. So basically, she coming back season 8. Rodney Media Takeout reported that Indigo and fired Robin. I saw that yesterday on a tape, Watch What Happens Live that will air this Sunday. I saw that online. I don't believe it, though. I don't believe it. But I saw that online, though.
Had a great time and told them, like, some of y'all ain't trying to bring your real life. What's tea? And we had a real conversation. Because that's how much I care about the show. I did the same thing for Love and Marriage.
You taking shots at Andy.
I have the number one show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. I created a franchise. I could easily sit on a freaking lounge in Cabo with a mocktail and say, I got a number one podcast, the number one show. I'm good. No, I took my black self to Huntsville, also met with them for...
He taking shots at Andy. I think that some of us agree with that. I think he taking shots at Andy. I really do, low-key.
7 hours because of my commitment to the show. And we have the number one show. But that goes to show you I'm still committed. So the fact that Robin Dixon I was so disturbed by the revelation because it was filled with like nonchalantness and laughter. And I want to say this, I met Robin in Miami when the girls were in Miami.
Let me read the super chat. Cousin, he's definitely taking shots at Bravo Andy, and it's not even low key. Exactly. Thank you so much.
And I happened to be there. Don't ask me why. Don't be that nosy. So I like Robin. Y'all know I love Giselle. And Sharice was there. Me, Sharice, Giselle, and Robin, we were in their room. Thank you, Giselle, for not being uncomfortable being in the room with me. We were in the room for an hour. Kikiing, laughing, joking, and talking about the show. And listen, they're fans of me. I'm fans of them. It was a great kiki. We literally sat there for an hour kikiing. I met Karen. Me and Karen fanned out for each other. I love the girls. And my anger has to do with the fact that I don't know what is going on right now when it comes to Potomac. And I said this a month ago, this season is the second worst season of the entire franchise. Season 1 was awful. It is what it is. Because those women, they played in our faces, acting like they're, this etiquette, whatever. It was BS.
A mess.
But after that, they got over that hump, and the show has been great. I've always said there was something off about this season, and now I know what it is. None of y'all are living your real lives. Your admission, Robin, has proven the fact that Potomac is nothing but a show about women exposing each other and throwing each other under the bus. It's not about real friendships, real relationships, or your real life. It's not about that anymore. I feel like the only persons who really want to give their real lives and really are looking for a connection with the cast is Candace, Wendy, child, even Mia.
Bitch. Speaking of Mia, bitch. Dana! Bitch! When Mia added you, girl, when I tell you I was in my bed last night. I was in my bed. We're going to take a break from Carlos for 5 minutes. I was in my bed last night, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Girl, I stopped on All True Tea. Shout out to All True Tea. I saw Erica left a comment. Girl, I clicked on the comments. I see Neil Thornton at Erica. I said, ooh. When I tell you, bitch, I screamed. Oh, my God. I said, oh, my God. I said, bitch. When I tell you I screamed, I said, oh, Mia, wrong road. Girl, wrong road. Girl, wrong road, girl. Girl, wrong road. Yeah. When I tell you, I sat in my bed. When I sat in my bed and giggled at least for 10 minutes, girl. When I said, oh, girl. I said, oh, girl, the girls are fighting. I said, the girls are fighting. When I tell you, I giggled for so long. I said, oh, my God, girl. Girl. I said, not her adding Erica, girl. Girl. I told you they be watching our shit. They be watching our shit, girl. I said, oh, Mia, girl, that is not what you want, girl. That is not what you want, girl. Anyways, y'all. You know what's so crazy about what he was saying? Is that I think a lot of us, when we watch this season, a lot of us who were watching the season, we all were like, what the fuck is going on? This is weird. This shit is not adding up. Why is everybody just telling bold-faced lies? Anyways, let's keep on listening. Okay, hold up.
I feel like Mia's like, I want to give my real life, but I guess this is how reality works. We fake it. We don't. So.
And what he said about Candace and Wendy, I'm sorry. I do believe that. And girl, okay. And I'm going to say this much too about Mia. We know Mia is a mess. Just listen to me. I do believe that Mia is a liar. Even Carlos said it. Even Carlos said, Mia, you know you be lying. That's why I was like so confused about when Mia was trying to respond to Erica. Like, Mia, you do be lying, girl. Like, everybody knows that you are a liar. Carlos knows it. I know it. Erica know it. The viewers know that you be lying. So it's almost like, I'm not even about to get on this merry-go-round with you because, girl, you just be lying. Okay, but this is what I do feel about Mia, too. I do feel like Mia has felt as though, like, what everybody else, like, girl, they lying, so I might as well just kind of like be a bigger liar on top of what I'm already saying, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, girl, I'm just going to go with what they doing. So, okay, girl, you say what? Okay, girl, I'm just going to say that too. Everybody just lying, so girl, I'm going to lie too. If that makes sense. I do feel like Candace and Wendy do want to have organic, shout out to Nene Leakes, relationships with these women. If you really think about it, and this is not me saying that you have to like Candace. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is this. Candace has been her true, authentic self since she stepped foot on the show. Whether you liked her or not. Candace was the princess, the spoiled little brat who cried, who would yell, who would stomp her feet, but that's who she was. She didn't try to be nothing else outside of that. I feel like Candace has always told her true story. I feel like Wendy tells her true story. I feel like Mia has told parts of her true story. I feel like we don't know nothing about Giselle. I feel like Robin has been honest up until now. I do. I don't feel like Karen is honest. I don't. The jig is up, like Carlos told Karen. The jig is up. I don't feel like Karen came into Real Housewives of Potomac telling bold-faced lies. My husband is a black Bill Gates. Girl. We don't know nothing about Giselle when you really think about it. Only thing we know about Giselle is that her husband at the time, Jamal Bryant, got wandering dick and was fucking bitches at the church, allegedly. Outside of that, we don't know shit about Giselle. Nothing. All right, let's keep on listening.
Mia lies. Hey, Mia, you know I love you. But you be lying. Okay? Not Michael B. Jordan, honey. Mia be lying, child.
Like, that's what
I love you, Mia. I don't mind Mia. But you be lying.
Mia,
but now I get it. Because you walked into a situation thinking like, okay, the first time we met Mia, she was like, yo, I got all this stuff done to my body, my JJ. This is what I do. She came in like, I'm being myself. And all of a sudden, we started to see these holes in Mia's story. And now I realize it's because Mia saw these other girls coast scene after scene.
I kind of agree
not
with that.
talking about what's really going on. And I feel like Mia was like, well, shoot, why would I expose my life if this is what we do? It's very disappointing to learn that we spent this entire half-assed season with these made-up storylines about Chris Bassett. And yes, I'm going to say made up. I'm going to say that because I, allegedly, was told that a few of the housewives had a meeting before filming about what the storyline was going to be, and that this Chris Bassett stuff was part of that conversation. That's what I was told. Allegedly, that's what happened. Based on Robin's admission, I now believe it. I believe it. You got on a podcast and spilled tea about Juan cheating on you. Y'all dealt with it. He was being an idiot, and it took a minute to get through it. And maybe, this is your words, not mine, maybe that had to do with the wedding not happening. What you talking about, Willis? So you mean to tell me you spent months filming a reality show where you were exposing everyone's alleged reality instead of spilling your own tea? And Giselle, you're next. You know I love you. You're the EP of the show. Do I think you should expose Robin? No, I don't think that's not real.
Listen to what he's about to say. When Carlos gave the example of how Giselle should have handled Robin and the whole Juan stuff, I was like, ooh, that actually makes sense. Nobody expected Giselle to tell her best friend's business. That's not reality. Nobody's gonna do that. But for the show, with Giselle being the EP, girl, y'all gonna stop hyping Giselle. I don't know why. When I tell you, I think that gets under my skin more than anything, girl. Anyways, let's listen to what Carlos had to say how Giselle should have handled the situation.
Right? But I'm going to tell you something that I was told early in my career by a Bravo executive who no longer is there. He said to me early in my career, when I became the showrunner for Atlanta Housewives. He said, with great power comes great responsibility. You have a powerful position as the first Black man to executive produce a Real Housewives franchise. This is a powerful position, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. And I took that seriously. It's cute that we call you the EP Giselle and the force multiplier.
We don't call you.
I even gave you Giselle Kobe Bryant, and people read me for filth.
No, we don't call Giselle the EP. You call Giselle the EP. We say Giselle is mediocre. That's what we say. You call Giselle the EP. Girl, we don't think Giselle is no EP. Now, I saw people saying she got an EP title, but I think that EP title is just the same title that Mariah had, just a vanity title. Because you see, girl, ever since Quad knocked that wall down at the reunion and told the people that Mariah ain't got no power, you don't cut the checks, you ain't got no firing power, bitch, they started, girl, I miss Mariah, but bitch, once those girls found out that Mariah really didn't have no power and that was just a vanity title, them hoes kicked Mariah off the boat. Y'all, girl, go back and watch. Go back and watch. As soon as those girls found out that Mariah Huck really didn't have no power, bitch, they kicked Mariah off the boat. They kicked Mariah off the boat. I was like, oh, girl, this bitch ain't got no power. Girl, you ain't got no power, girl. Kick her, get her ass. And girl. Hold up, let me read this. Good idea, Erica. The Diva, y'all should do a live show together, maybe for the Real Housewives of Atomic reunion shows. That would be cute. That would be cute. I would be down for that. That would be cute. Stop doing scenes. Okay, hold on. Let me go. Let's finish.
They still do. But I'm like, no, she knows how to push people to give information and to receive. Like, I think that's a beautiful gift. And it still is. However, .org, as the EP of the show, Giselle, and Robin being your best friend, because you're Batman and she literally is Robin, you should have said to her, look, I know what you're going through. Before these girls spill your tea, my advice is for you to spill your own tea. How about you do a scene with me, okay? And you let me know what's going on with you and Juan. And you show the world that you are dealing with something super traumatic. Because I watched the show. So when you were saying to the world, Robin, oh, I was very depressed during the pandemic. I had no desire to get out of my bed.
Right, Carlos?
You had no desire to get out of your bed because Juan was too busy getting into someone else's bed, allegedly. That's the story. That's what we wanted to know. I'm dealing with something during this pandemic where I don't know whether the world's going to end or not. I don't know whether my relationship is going to end or not. Juan is out here slinging pipe all over the coast of Baltimore, Maryland, Virginia.
Girl, in real life, that's how it really should have went. 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 Giselle should have pulled Robin to the side and said, girl, this is what we're going to have to do. And that way Robin could control her own narrative. But girl, she's just waiting around for somebody to spill her tea. No, you spill your own tea. This is the way that it should have went. That's exactly why Jizzy ain't no producer. This is the way that it should have went. This is the exact way that it should have went, y'all.
Potomac. Like, that's what he's doing. And I'm sad about this. I'm vulnerable. Let's see that side of you, Robin. Because a lot of people, I'm not one of them. And I keep it real. I'm not. A lot of people don't understand why you're on the show. They call you, and we talked about this in the room. me.
You know what? I don't think it's just Robin being lazy. I think that they've all gotten lazy. I think they've all gotten lazy. I think they've gotten to the point. We talked about this with Real Housewives of Atlanta. It got to the point with Real Housewives of Atlanta, the girls were just showing up to do scenes. That's really, at one point, that's all Real Housewives of Atlanta was about. I'm just going to show up and do a scene and then go home. I think at this point, the girls feel like we're just going to come up and do a scene. We don't have to really show our real life. It's going to be what it's going to be. And that's not like, girl, you're on a reality TV show. And if you don't want to show your reality, then get your ass off. That's really like the simplest way that I think about it. Like, if you don't want to show your reality, then get off of reality TV. But I think that we've allowed these people on reality TV to just play in our faces for so long. I think that's part of the reason why Love and Hip Hop is not what it used to be. Because it's like, okay, girl, this is a mess. This shit, like, y'all not even trying. Girl, like, y'all not even trying to give us a reality TV. At this point, we know y'all just reading from a script. And I think that if Potomac keeps this up, it's going to be the same thing. Like, girl, y'all not even trying to give us reality TV. Y'all just kind of showing up and expecting somebody to expose your business. And then y'all get into a reading match. When Robin, you should have been telling your own business. You shouldn't have to wait for Karen or anybody else in the group to tell your tea. Tell your own goddamn tea. Okay, let's keep on listening.
You and Cherise. I'm not gonna spill everything we talked about because
this could have been their breakout season.
But when I met with the girls, I said to Robin, a lot of people think you're Giselle's shadow. And she gave me her response. It's not my place.
Y'all know I don't drink Hennessy. I don't drink Hennessy. Well, clearly I do.
I definitely had that conversation with the girls. A lot of people, Robin, think you're Giselle's shadow. And the way for you to get out of Giselle's shadow is to create your own. And you are sitting on a gold mine in terms of what the fans really want to see. They don't care about, I'm so pissed because while you were going through this, y'all had the audacity to make these false accusations, and I'm gonna say false. These false accusations last season about Eddie, Wendy's husband. And I felt bad for Wendy.
It's literally, and I've heard Erica De Niro TV say this so many times, it's literally the same script every season. Attack somebody's husband, attack somebody's family, and girl, let the chips fall where they fall. Girl, it's literally, like, that's the script. It's not, let's show our reality. It's, this is what we're going to do this season. Okay, so last season it was Eddie. This season is going to be Chris. Girl. Next season is going to be Gordon.
I'm going to keep saying this. I feel like Wendy and Candace truly want
it's production's fault.
Form a connection with this cast.
I say that.
Wendy and Candace have the best intentions in terms of we want to give a great reality show. The OGs, y'all are a big disappointment.
They are. Sorry. Karen, Ashley, Robin, and Giselle. They are.
To your castmates.
They are.
Because when you are an OG, it is your job.
How are you 7 seasons in, and it's 4 of y'all, and this is the shit that y'all coming up with? That is a disappointment. It's 4 OGs. Let's keep on.
To make sure that you let your newest cast members understand the assignment. Okay? And I know what y'all think about Carlos. Get with the producer. I'm gonna get to that later. But it's one thing that I knew produced.
No, it's production's fault too. How many times? I'm not no producer clearly, but how many times have I gotten on here and we've had this conversation? What the fuck do production be doing? Like, remember I said when they were having that conversation, Giselle and Candace, when she was telling, when Giselle was telling Candace that Chris didn't do anything inappropriate, he didn't say anything inappropriate. I don't even really remember the conversation. I was like, what? Like, production, y'all didn't tell Giselle, hey, baby, what you just said don't make no sense. Like, what, do you realize what just came out of your mouth? Like, what you just said didn't make no sense. Why didn't production step in and tell Giselle, baby, this is the wrong road? Because I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's not adding up. Remember when Marlo went outside and started talking about Candy's pussy and her being a hoe? I said the same thing. Girl, why didn't nobody tell Marlo, girl, what are you doing? Like, this don't make no sense. This is dumb. Scrape the whole scene. Remember when on Love and Marriage Huntsville, when one of the producers stepped in and told Kimmy and Destiny, I don't know if y'all remember, it was like a behind the scenes episode or something. I can't remember. One of the producers stepped in and told Kimmy and Destiny, we done talking about chicken. We not gonna argue about that. We not even gonna air this, honestly. That's what the producer told them. Because he was doing his job and was listening, right? And paying attention to the conversation. Y'all, this chicken conversation is not going to air because it don't make no sense. Somebody should have stepped in when they saw the road that Giselle was trying to go down and told Giselle, mama, this don't make no sense. Do you just realize what you just said? You just said this man didn't do anything inappropriate. He didn't say anything inappropriate. And you don't even really remember the conversation. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? You're going to have to go back to the drawing board. So it is production, they not doing their job either. Because if they were, they would step in. Like, this is the thing, right? Everybody knows at this point that reality TV is a produced reality TV show. I think that they're still trying to pull the wool over the viewers' eyes as though we're just stupid. We know that in real life, bitches who don't fuck with each other don't hang out with each other. We know that niggas that don't fuck with each other don't hang out with each other. We know that. We know that they don't go out and have dinner and they don't go out on trips together. We know that. We know that this is a produced reality TV show. It's going to have real moments, but you also need to make it make sense. And if we're going to go down that road of allowing Giselle to lie because that's her reality, then girl, her ass needs to be handed to her. That's why I was like, girl, if Candace didn't get into Giselle's ass at that reunion, I'm going to be so disappointed. But Giselle is the type of person too, no tea, no shade. You really can't argue with Giselle because Giselle don't go back and forth. So it would look like Candace is just arguing with her goddamn self. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, you know Giselle don't do the whole back and forth. She just sits there. So even if Candace wanted to get off into Giselle's ass, it would be kind of like a wasted moment. Because it's like you arguing with this heifer thinking that she gonna give you a little tennis match. You know, like Nene and Kenya, they gonna sit on the edge of the couch and go back together. Don't disrespect my husband, I just did. They gonna do a tennis match, baby. Right? Giselle just gonna sit there and look like a white woman, girl who just got, look like a white woman who, girl, just got caught sucking. Let me shut up. Girl looking like a white woman. Girl, huh? What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What? Huh? What? Excuse me? What? I don't know. Like, that's what Giselle gonna give you. This ain't fake. Like, that's what And because I know Giselle not like that, it's kind of like, girl. Anyways, let's finish listening. Okay.
Atlanta housewives. And that's why Potomac, on some real stuff, I'm at the point now where no one should ever compare Atlanta and Potomac anymore. We're done. After Robin's admission and this whack child, YouTube finds you when you cuss. I'm trying not to cuss. But on my audio podcast, y'all would get the explicit version.
Good up podcast.
It's an insult to ever compare Potomac to Atlanta. Now look, Atlanta latest seasons haven't been great. I've been honest about it. I'm very honest. I'm honest about Beverly Hills. I said Beverly Hills last season was off. Y'all know I go up for Kyle. I said this publicly. Kyle is my favorite housewife. I'm honest when it comes to Kyle. Y'all.
Another example I want to give. Remember on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? How second season, that's what, like, these girls, like, instead of them just doing what's reality, they're trying to, like, just come up with some show, if that makes sense. Like Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. You had Jen, you had the FBI just pull up on Jen Shaw and accuse her of stealing folks' money. And instead of y'all concentrating on that, y'all want to make a storyline out of whether or not Meredith's father died or some shit like that. Girl, these people are waving candy in front of your face. Like, girl, this lady, girl, the FBI just pulled up at your job, Heather Gay. Girl, that should have been the rest of the season. Go out as a girl. And girl, y'all worried about Meredith's father's funeral or whatever happened. Girl, what? And then we heard, then it was like, girl, they kind of just let that just go to the waist, like go off the cliff. Like, girl, what is we doing? All right.
No, I'm very honest when it comes to Atlanta, and I'm gonna be real when it comes to Potomac. Potomac, your season sucks. It's not great, and now I know why. Y'all are literally grasping at straws. Let's expose this person. Let's expose. Instead of giving us something real. And then, Ramen, you had the unmitigated gall to say, yeah, the girl was DMing everybody, and Giselle chimed in, yeah, she DM'd me too. And Robin goes, well, yeah, because I just assumed the other girls would bring it up, and I was ready for them to do it. What? Who raised y'all? That is not how reality show works. You are waiting for other girls to expose you? Is this CSI Potomac? Is this Law and Order Special Potomac Unit? Exposed? So, because again, I'm the king of reality TV for a reason. I read between the lines. When you said that, it was evident that...
Baby, let me get my speech real fast, okay? Because there's 1,099 people in the chat. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're just having a little cute kiki session tonight. But I only see 376 likes. Girl, can y'all please like the video? Because y'all know what y'all already know what I'm about to say. For the old heads know what I'm about to say. Y'all act like I just asked y'all for $20. Girl, I did not ask y'all for $20 to hold until payday. All I did was ask y'all to like the video. Girl, y'all don't never want to like a bitch video. Girl, y'all just want to sit here and stare at me. Girl, can y'all like the video? There's 1,111 of y'all in here. Y'all don't even want to like the video. Y'all be swearing up and down I ask y'all for $50 to hold until payday, and I get paid a month from now. All right, I'm done. Thank y'all for liking the video, though.
Y'all get on this show to expose each other. And y'all literally sit in scene conspiring about who's going to expose someone. None of y'all are in this moment trying to give us something unique and real. And that is the reason why people have a problem with reality TV. And that's what pisses me off. Because I, in my position, I still work hard to deliver a great show. I literally spend hours and hours and hours with my team, and we talk about like what is going on with the Huntsville, DC, the Bells, etc., on my other shows that haven't come out yet. We sit for hours to talk about it because I love this genre so much. And Robin, you literally pissed in my face. You pissed in the face of everybody who truly works hard to give a great show. Because you sat up there and then said, I ain't gonna spill all my tea. Go on Patreon and subscribe.
What do you think about a gay couple in an RHA? I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it because if it was a lesbian couple, yes. I don't need a gay. I don't need a gay couple on. I just don't. I mean, they could create a show, but I would rather see a lesbian couple on the Housewives. That's just me. Or somebody who's, I guess, non-binary. I don't know, child.
Couldn't be me. None of my cast members could ever say that. Forget being on pause. You would be on the unemployment line. Handed a pink slip. I wish Melody Sheree, Hemi Scott, Letitia.
Let me read the super chat. Headed back to HSV from Mississippi. You're keeping me up from falling asleep. Oh, babe, be careful, girl. Thank you.
Scott, Ashley Silva, Arena Tyler, Winter Williams, Joy Carter, Letitia Pearson, Latrice Rogers, Aikisha Holly Cologne, Marie Abston, Tambra Cherie, Soguchi Sophia Williams.
You know what I will say is this too? I don't think it's like, okay, do I understand to a certain degree? Nobody wants to tell their business, even if you are on reality TV. However, I get it. Nobody want to tell their business. But that's what you signed up for. I also think that what makes this situation horrible is not only are y'all not telling the truth, but you're making up lies on people. Like, it's one thing for you not to tell your business. Like, girl, I don't want to talk about that. I'm going to try to hold out as long as I can, right? It's another thing for you to hold out on telling your business. But, girl, you're holding out on telling your business. And, girl, your homegirls are making up lies that could really tarnish somebody's reputation. You see what I'm saying? Like, girl, you're not telling your business because you were probably in cahoots with this whole scheme that Todd set up to come back to you with the bullshit. So you're not telling your business, but girl, your homegirls are literally lying on someone. Like, that's what takes it over the top. Okay, you didn't tell that Juan cheated on you. But you didn't tell Juan cheated on you. And the truth of the matter is, Robin, I'm going to go ahead and say it. That's why your ass came in season 7 bucking like a motherfucker. Because we was all trying to figure out, thank you, Lily. We were all trying to figure out, girl, everybody was trying to figure out, damn, Robin really came in season 7 on 1. Remember? We was like, damn, girl, they must have threatened to fire Robin season 8 if she didn't do something for season 7. Because Robin has never been this much to the show. Miss Thing came in bucking. Now it makes sense. Because it really kind of makes me think The girl, you were in on it too. So I'm going to do all of this shit to distract. Babe, I'm connecting all the dots. Girl, I'm going to do all this shit to distract on what the real issue is, while my homegirls kick up dirt over here. I'm going to be kicking up dirt over here. Because the truth of the matter is, Robin ain't never came into no season doing the shit she was doing this season. It was like, damn, Robin, okay. I mean, I guess Robin. Now it makes sense. Because I think all y'all were in on the scheme together. I do. Because the truth of the matter is, I also remember, thank you, Jennifer. Carlos, stop. Hold up. Carlos, stop using the Bravo shows for attention. Stop these Bravo rants for clicks and views. What's going on with Love and Marriage, Chosenville, and Love and Marriage DC? Thank you, Jennifer. Because I also remember somebody said, now correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if this is true. So this is allegedly. Thank you, Miss Monique. Hey, guys, like the video. Love you, Rodney. Thank you. They said that Chris said that when he when he responded to Ashley's story, he was actually responding to a story of Robin and Ashley. But the producers chopped it up and made it seem as though Chris was responding to a story of Ashley and that girl they posted. Now that's what they said Chris said online. Is that true? So I'm trying to figure out how the fuck Robin didn't know. See, I'm putting the pieces together. Because Robin, you knew that Chris had responded to a story of you and Ashley. And you knew that it wasn't a story of Ashley and her homegirl. So even when Giselle brought it to your face, you still knew that it was a goddamn lie. Because you knew that Chris had responded to the story of you and Ashley, not Ashley and the girl. Girl, Robin was in on it. Go get fuck with nothing y'all say. Robin was in on it. Karen was in on it. Ashley was in on it. And Giselle damn show was the girl, the lead. No, Robin said that he wasn't trying to, that he didn't slide in her DM. That's what Robin said. Because Ashley was trying to make it seem as though Chris slid in her DM, and Robin was saying no, he responded to a story. And we all know that when you respond to people's stories, it goes into their DM. But the part that she left out was that girl, the story he was responding to was me and Ashley, not Ashley and her homegirl. Robin, she was in on it. She was in on it. She was in on it. Baby. Let's say something about it. One thing about it, two things to show things to say. Bitch, this right here. Bitch, I ain't the smartest motherfucker out here. But bitch, I damn sure know 1 + 1 = 2. And y'all not gonna try to convince me that 1 + 1 = 119. Robin knew. I think she did. Candace, I'm gonna say something about Candace. Candace, you're going to have to realize that these girls are not your friends. They don't fuck with you like that. Okay? Just paying my tithes. Come on, tithes! Just paying my tithes, and we received this reading of the word because you're breaking it down. Baby, breaking it down! Who was that? Thank you. ACO USA, thank you, Saba. Thank you so much. Girl, Candace, you're going to have to realize these girls are not your friend, not even Robin. And that's another thing I want to say too. Like, y'all don't show y'all reality to a certain degree. Let me read this before I forget. Hey, Rodney, do you think Wendy hit a nerve last season? I think the cheating scandal took place during that time. That's why she was so upset. I can believe it. I can believe it. Like that's like y'all like to a certain degree, like with Candace and Robin, everybody was confused. Listen, most of everybody was confused when we found out that Candace looked at Robin like a sister. We was all like, when the fuck did this happen? Remember when Candace said that she looked at Robin like a sister or some shit like that, or a big sister, or whatever she called Robin, and we was all like, when the fuck did this happen? Because girl, you've been on the show for 5 seasons. Robin been on for 7. When did y'all build this relationship to where you look at Robin like your sister? And why have we not seen this play out on the show? Girl, when did Robin become your sister, girl? Because ain't nobody ever thought that you and Robin were sisters. Now, we never thought that you were enemies. Because I've never seen Robin and Candace really just get into even like a disagreement. Like I always thought they were like, oh, like she cool. It's almost like, and that's why I agree with Carlos when he says that Candace and Wendy want to build friendships with these women. I do believe that. I do believe that Candace wanted to build a friendship with Giselle. I do believe that Candace, girl, she still considers, I guess, Robin her sister. She wanted to build a friendship with Ashley. That's why she keeps giving Ashley chance after chance after chance. She wants to have that relationship with Karen again. That's why she still, whenever she pulled that bullshit with Karen, girl, I was so pissed off at her. Whenever she said that bullshit about Karen, about, oh, I would never say that you were underhanded or sneaky. I see you talking about the woman who tried to get you fired. You talking about her? You talking about her? Okay, Candace, girl. Carlos sure kept it cute and mute when Porsha brought in Baby Nup, Todd, and Duke as fake storylines when he was EP on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I enjoyed this. Girl, that is true. That is true. Hey, thank you, Morgan. And thank you, Angie. So it's like they do want to build relationships with these women, but at what point does Candace and Wendy start to say, girl, fuck y'all? Because y'all not giving me what I'm trying to give y'all. All right, let's finish listening, y'all.
I wish any of my cast members would go on a podcast and say that. Because I would be like, then you don't need to be on my show. Stick on your podcast.
Thank you, LaToya. Thank you so much. Here's some candle and tequila money. I know that's right. Thank you.
Run up your Patreon subscribers because you ain't doing this. There's a reason why there's certain people that ain't on my show no more. I don't play games because I know it's a privilege to be on a Kingdom Reign Entertainment production.
Y'all think he's talking about Destiny? I know it's a
privilege to work with Carlos King and his team. That's why 96% of these reality women are in my DMs begging me to give them a show. And then some of them lied and said, no, I ain't on that show no more. And the next thing I know, I get a cease and desist from a network. I'm like, well, she told me she wasn't on the show anymore. Well, she is. She's on contract. And I'm like, yo, you lied to me? Well, you know, I had 2 more months on my contract. Child, my life is, if y'all only knew what I go through. Anyways, It's the reason why when I cast reality shows, I'm very particular about who I give the job to. Okay? Because what Robin just revealed is indicative of why people join reality TV for the wrong reasons. You know, because they want to be famous. They want to be able to like go to the cool parties. They want to be able to date, you know, the rapper or the reality star of the moment. You know, they join for the wrong reasons, and they get mad at me when I say, "But I need your real life." Some things are off limits. What job can you go to and tell somebody that's off limits? If you are a telemarketer and your job is to call people and you tell your boss, I ain't doing all that, child, that's off limits. I ain't about to sit up here and waste my time calling folks. But you're a telemarketer. I ain't doing all that. I don't know what job can LeBron go to work and say, yo, I don't feel like dribbling right now. I just don't. I don't feel like it. You know what? I don't feel like posting up and defending, you know, I don't feel like it. Y'all disrespect the reality TV genre so much that y'all really use these shows for clout. And y'all do it so that y'all can tell your high school friends who bullied y'all, look at me now. When I think about Atlanta Housewives, the earlier days, and y'all heard Cynthia Bailey, Sheree Whitfield, and Marlon Hampton on my podcast, how they were like, one thing about Carlos, he pushed us to be real.
Thank you.
Like he pushed us to give our real lives. I literally would sit hours talking to those Atlanta housewives like, we gotta get real. Get real. And Potomac, y'all ain't doing none of that. And I don't know what's going on because I was raised underneath the Real Housewives banner.
Because it's gotten to the point where I think that us as viewers have made it okay that as long as these girls come onto the show and can read and shade, then it's okay. That's why I go back to Nene. It got to a point where Nene, people really felt like it was okay for Nene to come on Real Housewives of Atlanta and just have her one-liners. Like, girl, nobody, y'all say Nene was getting paid $2 million per season, I don't know. But girl, nobody's gonna keep dishing out $2 million for somebody just to come on show and give one-liners. Girl, what's going on? Like I said earlier, we found out on Angela Yee's podcast that her and Greg pretty much had an open relationship. Girl, how are we finding out your business on Angela Yee's podcast? But girl, you were an employee of Real Housewives of Atlanta and we didn't know this. Girl, what? I just feel if you don't want to tell your business, like Destiny. We told Destiny up. And y'all know I like Destiny. But it's like, Destiny, girl, why are you on, girl, you don't, girl, like, you on the show just, girl, we don't know nothing. Like, Destiny literally came onto the show, was pregnant, had a husband, came back without a husband, with a baby, and was like, oh yeah, the only thing we knew was that girl, he filed for divorce 3 weeks after she had her baby. Some shit like that. What the fuck? Girl, what are the details? You can't talk. Well, girl, you gotta get off TV. You can't leave, you can't go back. Girl, you cannot leave the season pregnant with a husband, come back without a husband and with a baby, and we supposed to just sit here and be like, girl, what's the fucking tea? Girl, you left one season pregnant with a husband. You come back, ain't got no husband, but you got the baby. And girl, we supposed to just be like, oh, okay. And then you tell us you can't talk about it. You gonna have to talk about something, mama. Like, like Phaedra Parks. No tea, no shade. Y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of Phaedra. But even when Phaedra was on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, Phaedra was still being secretive. They were trying to get to know Phaedra and this man that Phaedra was talking to, and she was still tight-lipped. So it's like, if that's what you're gonna give, then why even like?
And that's why some of these new producers, and again, listen, of course I know the showrunner, Potomac, and he's my mentee and I love him. I haven't spoken to him because I like to keep that separate. And this has nothing to do with him.
Yes, it does.
I want to stick, because I saw some of y'all say, well, Carlos, where's Eric? y'all are funny.
Yes, it do. Because yes, it do, Carlos. Because if you're telling us that when you were the showrunner, you had to get those girls together and tell them at Atlanta that they need to show their real and show their truth, then I don't understand why you saying your mentee that he ain't got nothing to do with it. Because you literally just told us that when you were the showrunner for Real Housewives of Atlanta, that you had to tell those girls to tell their truth and do this and do that and do this. So, girl, pretty much your mentee is flopping. No tea, no shade. Because if he's a showrunner, I would expect him to be doing the same thing that you were doing over there when you were in Atlanta. Am I right or am I wrong? Now, I don't expect you to throw your mentee under the bus, but I will. Okay, so I'm just saying, girl. Your mentee, they didn't do no good job this season. Sorry.
Did you expose Erica? Do y'all love it? I do know that some producers aren't in the job for the right reasons. I don't know if producers were aware of Robin's issues. If they were, that's bad. Did no one sit Robin down and say, you need to give us this?
Girl.
Can I tell y'all, when I was the showrunner of season 6, I had separate meetings with each housewife and said, we have to deliver great story that y'all are really going through. That's why when you go on Twitter, everybody shows that photo of the season 6 housewives, which is why everyone says that's the best season of all time. Potomac, y'all haven't even come close to that. Until y'all show me a scene like Porsha with her attorney Randy Kessler, where she cried when.
That's exactly why Porsha's show, even though I watched because I was getting paid. Okay? But even though, girl, we watched Porsha's show, Porsha's show was a complete disaster. Anyone who watched Porsha's family reunion, whatever she called it, girl, that show was a hot ass mess. Y'all know why?
Ooh, I'm not getting emotional. Ooh, Lord, hold on now. I ain't doing that. But this goes to show you how passionate I am about that particular season. All those girls brought it. Porsha going through a divorce and telling the world what she was going through, unpacking boxes and crying when a photo was damaged. Candy and Mama Joyce and Todd's situation was rooted in reality. You had Phaedra and Apollo talk about what was going on in their marriage. That's what we want. We don't give two F's about, well, so-and-so did this. We don't care about that. We care about you telling it. That's why I said on this podcast, Karen, the jig is up. Let's be honest about it. Like, you may be doing some of this stuff. Own it.
Karen, the jig is up. And I know y'all love Karen to pieces, but y'all know I've been on Karen ass because I see through the bullshit. Karen is not the person who y'all think that she is. Is Karen a serial killer? No. But what I am saying is Karen is doing some of this shit. Yes, she is. Karen is doing some of this shit. The jig is up. Everybody know that Karen is out here fucking somebody. Okay? Allegedly. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because nobody thinks that Ray, girl, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Nobody thinks that Ray, who can't even walk down 3 stairs, is climbing on your back, Karen. Nobody thinks that Ray, who you had to help walk down those stairs at the Improv Comedy Theater, when y'all went to visit to do a little tour, you grab Ray's hand as he walked down those stairs. Nobody's think Ray is climbing on top of you and banging your back out. Nobody's thinking that. She can protect Ray. I do believe that she's trying to protect her marriage. But girl, you're going to have to do that off of TV. You cannot come into this show this season using words like eye candy. What the fuck is eye candy? Does that mean you get to eat the candy, Karen? Because we're trying to figure it out. What does eye candy mean? Are you eating the candy? And if Karen does not want to share the truth about her marriage in order to protect her marriage, she needs to get her ass off reality TV. I'm sorry. That's the only way I'm looking at it. If you don't want to share your reality, get your ass off reality TV. If you don't want to share your reality, get your ass off reality TV. If you don't want to share your reality, get your ass off of reality TV. It's really that simple. Y'all want to stay on reality TV and then want to dictate, well, I don't want to say this. I don't want to talk about this. That's okay. Go back to being a private citizen. Bring somebody else in. Bring somebody else in. Because the truth of the matter is, there are plenty of women who want to be a real housewife. Please believe it. I'm sure there are plenty of women in the DMV area that will kill to have Karen's spot, Robin's spot, Candace's spot, Wendy's spot, Giselle's spot, Ashley's spots, Mia's spot. Girl, I'm sure they will bust down the door trying to get a spot on a Real Housewives show. I think that, yes, Karen is funny. I think Karen is hilarious. I love when Karen be reading the girls. But it's going to have to be more than that. Karen, people really want to know, when Sharice said that you were in AA, were you really in AA, Sharice? I mean, Karen? Were you really? Talk about it. Because that could be helping somebody else. And I hate to sound mean. I don't care how sensitive of a subject or a matter that it might be. If it's your reality, you need to speak about it. Or again, get your ass off TV. You can't have it both ways. You can't sit here and try to defend and say, oh, well, Karen don't have to talk about it because that's a sensitive subject. It is sensitive. But she's also getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to talk about it. So if she don't want to talk about if that is the truth, then she needs to get her ass off TV and go sell them candles somewhere else. Sorry. Hey, Morgan. Shout out to all the moderators. That's just how I look at it. I would feel the same way if I felt like Candace was hiding something. I would feel the same way about Wendy. I think the jig is up with Karen. And I think y'all need to realize that Karen, she ain't telling her truth either. Karen didn't get activated until what, episode 13? This whole season, Karen just been sitting down. Just shooting scenes. Helping Ray walk down some stairs. If you were an employer, let me ask y'all a question. If you were the employer cutting the check, would you cut a check to these women? You're paying these women to get on a reality TV show and to work for you and for them to tell their truth. And you're paying these women hundreds of thousands of dollars per season. A six-figure check. I know they at least getting a six. They might not be 7, but I know they're getting at least a mid 6. Would you continue to cut a check to some people who are not doing their job? Like, I think sometimes a lot of people think about this like from a viewer's standpoint, but put yourself in the shoes of the employer. That's what they teach. That's what they taught us in business school. Sometimes you have to think about it from the consumer's standpoint and also the employer's. So you as the employer, would you continue to cut Robin a check knowing damn well she ain't did her job this season? If you found out one of your employees was telling her business behind a paywall, would she be allowed to come back as an employee? I think that most people who are being honest, it don't have nothing to do with it being your fave. You know for a fact, if you were the employer and one of your employees pulled a stunt like Robin just pulled, baby, her ass would be out the motherfucking door. I refuse to believe that anybody would allow that to happen if they were cutting somebody a check. Their ass would be out the door. Girl, you go. Girl, you have to go. If I was the employer, Robin would be unemployed. That's just me. Robin would be unemployed, and I would have to have a serious conversation with everybody else. Season 8, I dare y'all to get in front of my face and play with my goddamn money. I dare you to. Come back season 8 on some fuck shit and y'all not telling y'all truth and see how fast season 9 half of y'all asses be gone. Because y'all better believe, if they'll get, I told y'all, when they started firing that white woman, when they fired Vicky, bitch, everybody else should have been standing straight. When they fired Vicky, that white lady, down in Orange County, y'all should have been nervous then. When they fired Nene, whatever happened to Nene, y'all damn sure should have been nervous. So I don't know why y'all think y'all safe too. Bitch, they fired Vicky. Vicky is the OG of the OG of like the OGs, girl. Vicky was fired. They fired Vicky first, then I think Tamra, then I think Nene. Well, I ain't gonna say Nene got fired, but we know Nene got fired. I'm just saying, y'all, it's not like, girl, let me just finish playing this, y'all. Then we're gonna be done.
And if you own it, that's interesting. Own it. Y'all, not this whole Chris Bassett BS that y'all had a meeting about, allegedly, to make this y'all storyline. That didn't work for Lisa Vanderpump when she did it, allegedly. It doesn't work. When these housewives lie and make up stories, y'all get the boot. I've seen it happen, personally. I've seen somebody lose their job because of it. I've sent Lisa Rinna also. Lisa Rinna quitting sent a strong message to the state of housewives that if y'all don't be real in scenes, y'all can get the boot. The Real Housewives of Potomac is in trouble. It is. Because Robin's revelation exposed how that show is operated, and that's not good. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing good about it. It's at the point now where it's like, what's the point of watching the whole season? Like, next week's the finale. I mean, this week. This Sunday's the finale. I said this too. The y'all made this Chris Bassett situation the #1 story, and we still don't have Giselle and Chris talking about it. It goes to show you how fake it was. If that was something rooted in reality, pun intended, then have a conversation about it. When Lanithia Monique Johnson Leakes, once removed, okay, called Peter the B word and said, get out of women's business. They had a conversation. That's what happened in reality. When Apollo revealed that he lied on Kenya about the hotel stuff, they had a conversation. Because that's what happens when it's rooted in reality. And y'all wonder why the Real Housewives of Miami is the best housewife show right now, and they're running circles around y'all. Because they are giving reality. And before I end, y'all need to cut it with making these Real Housewives shows about a shade fest. That pisses me off. Y'all think it's cute to shade. Yes, honey, I read her. That was a good read. Why is this show becoming about shade fest? That's not why we like the show. That's why when I talk about Married to Medicine, I'm always like, y'all sleeping on Married to Medicine, that's a great show. It's the greatest show on Bravo, in my opinion.
Married to Medicine is good.
Because they talk about real life stuff. And they give you funny moments and they throw shade, but it's not a shade fest. So that's why when Atlanta Housewives for the past couple of seasons be like, this was a great season. Woo! Yeah, it was great. It was a great season. And then you watch it and you're like, what was great about it? And then it hit me. Because I was talking to Kenya last season. Let me not even go there. I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble because you know they be calling people. So let me stop. I don't need nobody to get a phone call.
Okay, child, that's enough. We done with Carlos. Y'all got what he was saying, child. All right. I've said what I had to say. I think that Robin is coming back next season. I do. I think that even like with Kenya, remember, and we talked about this earlier, I think that if they bring Robin back, they should make Robin do the same thing Kenya had to do. Remember when Kenya came back? Now this is what I heard. I don't know if this is true. This is what I heard. This is what the people was on not heard, like girl, like somebody told me. This is what I was reading online. When Kenya came back, Kenya still had that reduced pay. But when Kenya came back, she also brought that husband. Oh, girl, I just threw up. She also brought that husband of hers back too. And he embarrassed her the whole goddamn season. Oh, girl, that was so horrible. But Kenya had to do what she had to do in order to come back. And then I heard the next season her pay was bumped back up to, I guess, whatever she originally made. I feel like if they bring Robin back, which if I was an employee, I wouldn't, because I mean, no tea, no shade. I hate to say it, but it's not like Robin is a Nene Leakes. And again, girl, they even got rid of Nene, so. But if they brought Robin back, I feel like they need to reduce her pay. And she needs to bring her A game. So basically, they're going to be getting her full story for half the price. That's what I feel. I don't think it's fair if they bring her back. Because, like, who gives a fuck about talking about Juan next season? Robin, in real life, Robin really could have been, like the show. I get that Robin was trending every week, but girl, she was trending every week because she was acting a fool on TV. And not in a good way. But it's like, I just feel like Robin, she really could have, I think this could have been like her breakout season. Because people already think Robin is boring anyways. I think this could have been her breakout season. Like the example that Carlos gave about how Giselle should have handled the situation as the EP, I think was a perfect example. I think it was. I mean, it is what it is. This is what I want to see, though. This is what I want to see going into season 8. I hate to say it, but I think Candace is doing a good job. I do want to see Candace start holding these women accountable for how they move within the friendship that she's trying to create, I guess because of this show. She give these girls too many passes, I'm sorry. I want to see more of Wendy. You know what I like when I see Wendy? I like when I see Wendy doing her job. I love it. I do. With Giselle, Giselle gonna have to bring something. You know what I want to see? I want to see Giselle open up more about her relationship with her daughters, especially the one that's about to leave the nest. Because that's a very sensitive, sore spot for Giselle. I think that if they could crack that open with Giselle, it would show Giselle actually is not this stoic ice queen that people love or say that she is. I want to see how Giselle is dealing with the fact that her daughter is about to leave and go to college. It didn't make any sense for us to find out halfway when the season was over that Giselle was having health problems. How the fuck we just found out, Giselle, that you've been dealing with this shit for 3 years? Girl, what the fuck? Like, how do we find out, Giselle? I forgot what she was going through. How the hell we just found out that you've been dealing with your having health issues for 3 years? And they just threw it in one of the episodes, like for a 4-minute conversation with her and Robin. Fibroids. Like, girl, and you say you've been dealing with this for 3 years and we're just now finding out. It's shit like that. If Mia is not fired, for me, I think they should make an example out of Mia and fire Mia. Mia, because I'm over the whole putting your hands on people. Now some people need to get their ass whooped, but I'm over the whole putting your hands on people and can't control what you have to, control your emotions. But I feel like Mia's not going nowhere either. I want to know about these money troubles that Mia is going through. How the fuck you say you own all your businesses, but girl, you get fired from your own shit? Mia, you say you swore up and down you and Granddaddy Longlegs was over there, girl, rolling. I make $400,000. Girl, you swore up and down y'all own all these businesses, but girl, you put online the other day that girl, they just snatch your shit from you. So I'm trying to figure out how you own all this shit, but they snatching. Because if you own can't nobody take your shit that you own. Always remember that. When you really and truly own your shit, can't a bitch take it away. I want to know, girl, why the fuck you moved to that house in Potomac just for you to move your ass back to that penthouse in Baltimore, wherever your ass was at? And why you put $60,000 into a home that's a rental? I want to know all that. Okay? Karen. I know y'all love Karen. Like I said, Karen is a kiki. Karen is funny. I love when she be reading the shit out of Robin and Giselle. But Karen is going to have to open up. Karen, are you in an open relationship? Are you in an open relationship, girl? And what the fuck does eye candy mean? Because the truth of the matter is, just because you get married or just because you're in a commitment does not mean you go blind. So you don't have to have permission from your husband or your wife to look at another bitch or another nigga. Because if I'm going to look, I'm going to look. Like, I don't have to have your permission to look and have eye candy. Now I know some of y'all get pissed off when they do it in front of your face. So it's like, what do you mean you said I could have eye candy? Is that code for girl? That mean I can go out here and fuck somebody? Girl, I need to know. Why would Sharice come on TV and say that you were in a rehab for alcoholism? Were you? And how did you work through that? Like, this is the shit that needs to be discussed. Ashley, why the fuck did you think that you was gonna get with that white man and pull a fast one over that white man? I saw that goddamn reunion trailer where Ashley and I'm gonna get into y'all asses too, because it was more than a few of y'all who tried to tell me that I was wrong. I told y'all that Ashley was not getting a goddamn dime from Michael Darby. And in a reunion trailer, what did Ashley say? I told y'all that, girl. Told y'all Ashley was not getting a dime from Michael. And whatever dime she was getting, it was going to be a dime. Michael is disgusting. Michael is trifling. Michael is creepy. But the motherfucker ain't stupid with his money. Clearly. Y'all really thought that Ashley Darby was going to swoop in and take that man for half of his money? Some of y'all were really trying to get me together in the comment section. Even after we talked about the clip when Michael went back and she re-signed that prenup without a lawyer's advice or expertise, and Michael didn't want to talk about it on camera, that was the go-to right there. I said, oh girl, She ain't getting shit. He giving Ashley whatever he want to give her. And then I'm sure Jackie's probably gonna come back because she's been hanging out with Candace. And you know, because I do think Mia is coming back, I will say I think it's gonna be a showdown between Jackie and Mia. I would rather see that too, because the truth of the matter is, girl, they know each other. Like they know where the bodies are buried. Let me tell you something. When you've been friends with somebody since you were 15 years old, oh, you know each other's business. So Jackie and Mia, if they both come back next year, bitches gonna be on and popping on that TV screen because them hoes is gonna be telling each other business. They're gonna be telling each other's business. I do not like Hennessy. Ugh. Oh, I do not like Hennessy. Now, you know I'm gonna drink anything, okay? Ooh. Well, I hate Hennessy, but girl. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I want to see next season. You love? I know people love Hennessy. I hate it. Girl, I've had this bottle. No lie, I've had this bottle in my cabinet. I know for over a year. Girl, this one bottle. I've had the same bottle of Hennessy in that cabinet for over a year. I finally decided to pop it. I was like, girl, this because when like my sister and my brother and them come over here, like they never drink. Don't nobody really drink Hennessy. I just got it because I was like, girl, what if I have company? I don't never have a company. And girl, I don't never have company. So I was like, girl, ain't nobody gonna come. So I was like, girl, let me just drink this Hennessy. So, because it's been sitting up here for over a year. I got this whenever I did my little stash. I went to the liquor store and bought like all this liquor, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy like get random stuff, but nobody ever comes. So I was like, girl, let me just pop this goddamn bottle and drink this shit because it's been sitting up here for the longest. So girl, I just got it, y'all. I just been drinking it, girl, but I hate it. But girl, I'm gonna drink it though, bitch. I ain't never turned down no cocktail, okay? You know, I'm really a tequila girl now. I'm more into tequila and Crown Royal. I still drink vodka, but my go-to is tequila. My go-to is tequila. But yeah, that's what I want. Like I said, and I'm gonna be done. What made this situation? Come on, brown liquor. Baby, y'all know I'm gonna be texting some nigga. Bitch! Y'all know I'm about to be texting some nigga as soon as I get off here talking about what's up. Hey, what's up? What you doing? What you doing? WHD question mark. Girl. Anyway, child, but I think what made it so... I got some of that up there right now. Casamigos. I got some of that up there right now, girl. But I think what made the situation worse than what it really... not worse than what it is, but like explode is because of the simple fact that, girl, y'all were lying. Like, girl, y'all lied on somebody to keep the real truth from coming out. Like, that's what really made it like, damn. You just didn't not tell your business. Girl, you didn't tell your business and y'all also lied on somebody else. And girl, from what I saw from the trailer, Chris lost out on some money. Baby, Chris looked like he was pissed off. So it's like, girl, that's what really made it bad. Because, girl, y'all just was over there lying on people. And girl, and everybody who was watching the season, I think that a lot of us were all on the same page. This is like the first time I think that most people who watch Real Housewives of Potomac, we were all on the same page. We were all watching this shit play out on our TV screens. Like, what the fuck am I watching? We were literally watching this show. And that's why I always say, on my TV screen, I saw, because everybody, we can watch the same show and come away with a different perspective. But I think this is the first time in a very long time where like 5% of the people who watched Real Housewives of Potomac were all confused about the fuck shit that was happening on our TV screen. Like the shit just wasn't adding up. Like, this don't make no sense. Girl, what is going on? Girl, this don't even... Hold on, what? Girl, what did you just say? Girl, this don't even add up. Girl, you sure doing a lot, Robin. Remember when Robin out the blue was pissed off at Candace? Remember when they were in Miami? And we were all like, hold up. I thought... And then I think she started kind of like backpedaling and pussy popping when it came to the whole Chris. We were like, girl, what is going on? Girl, what is going on? But it is what it is, child. This season was a mess. It was a mess. I think that Giselle should be dealt with too. I do. I don't think that, like, in real life, I don't think that it's okay for you to, like, the same way I felt about Phaedra and Porsha doing that shit to Todd and Candy is the same way I feel about Giselle them. Like, that's not no shit you play with. Like, that's why I don't understand even the few people who, in a way, were trying to take up for Giselle, which was not a lot. It was a few. Like, that's not no shit you play with. Like, girl, you're not going to lie on my name. Bitch, you can call me a hoe. That might be the truth. You can say a lot of things about me. But when y'all start going down that path of essay and you being uncomfortable, girl, you about to open up a whole nother door. That's nothing you play with. That's why I was like, Giselle should have been snatched up, quiet as it's kept. You messing with my reputation. You're messing with my name. You're messing with my livelihood. Girl, Giselle, girl, y'all better be glad, girl. And no, I don't have no problem with men and women in confrontation. I don't. The same way I felt about Todd, it was okay for Todd to address Marlo. Hold up. Do y'all remember? Hold up. Do y'all remember Todd? Wait, do y'all remember Todd that came on with Porsha the same year? She threw Phaedra under the bus. He's out here essaying women in the DMV area. Girl. The same way I felt about Todd. I don't care about Chris yelling at Giselle. If he cursed her out, she deserves it. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. The same way I felt about Todd when Marlo, even though Marlo was telling the truth, y'all remember this conversation. Even though Marlo was telling the truth, I still felt like Todd had every right to speak up. You're talking about this man right in front of his face. Like, I don't expect no grown, like man or woman, I don't give a damn. You're talking about this man right in front of his face. Why the fuck would he not say something back to you? Oh, because you're a woman? Absolutely not. So why would Chris not say anything to Giselle or Ashley? Because they're women? Absolutely not. No. Your ass gonna get it. I bet you'll think next season not to mention my motherfucking name. You know what I really want? You know what I really want? I'm gonna tell you how messy of a bitch I would be if I was on the show. Giselle would fuck around and see one of them baby mamas as my BFF next season. Since y'all wanna pull stunts and shows, Giselle would really be in for the time of her life, season 8. The way I would go snatch up one of Jamal Bryant's baby's mamas, okay, baby mamas, and bring her onto the show and be like, oh girl, this is my home girl. Since y'all want to pull stunts and shows, let's pull a stunt in a motherfucking show. That's what I think they should do. I think that somebody should go get one of Jamal baby mamas. Let's just go all the way out. Since y'all want to pull stunts and shows, then let's pull stunts and shows. Girl, they would have a time. Bitch, I could not be on a reality. Bitch, I could not be on a reality TV show, especially if I know, because that's the thing. Once I see the girls getting gutter, girl, bitch, we going to the gutter, okay? Girl, we're going to the gutter. Bitch, talking about going low with it, bitch, going low. Girl, we're going low. Girl, I'm trying to tell them what to do for season 8. They don't want to listen. Girl, I'm telling them. If girl, that would be... Because the truth of the matter is, I do believe... This is what I do believe. I do believe in real life, Giselle is fun. Because one of my best friends, he went to Washington and he went to the park. What's that place called in DC, y'all? The park on 14th Street, 14th at Park. I don't know, girl. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the people in DC or the people that have been? 14th and Park. He went to that's what it is. He went to 14th and Park and he saw Sharice. I think it was Giselle's birthday. I can't remember what was going on. But it was Sharice. He said it was Sharice's son. I think Sharice's son's girlfriend. Al was there because he took a picture with Al and Giselle was there. And he said that he could tell that Giselle is like a fun time. He said that. So I believe that in real life, Giselle is a likes to have a good time. But Giselle would have me fucked up for the show. Giselle would have me fucked up. Giselle has gotten away with too much stuff and nobody has Giselle hasn't really had her season. Like, everybody done had their season except for Giselle. Giselle almost had her season when Monique was being friends with Sherman's ex-wife. Monique fucked up. Oh, Monique fucked up, y'all. Monique, that was Monique's big one, y'all. I'm telling y'all, that binder, that was some bullshit. Monique really could have drugged Giselle that whole season. Monique was in the driver's seat. She really, really was. Monique was in the driver's seat. She fucked it up. She was too scared about looking like a messy girl. She wanted too bad to be a part of that group. When Monique brought Kendall onto the show, that was supposed to be Giselle's season. That was supposed to be Giselle's season. It really was. That was supposed to be Giselle's season. And Monique fucked the ball, dropped the ball. Monique wanted to be friends with them too bad. And Monique, when I tell you, I'm still disappointed in that because that should have been Giselle's season. It really should have been. And ever since then, girl, the girls ain't really came for Giselle. They ain't came for Giselle, girl. Next season, they need somebody to like be. And I know Candace probably not gonna do it. I know Wendy not gonna do it. Somebody needs to like be on some real gutter shit with Giselle. Like I said, bring in one of the baby mamas. Oh hey girl, this is my friend, and Giselle whole face crack. Okay, girl, the crack of the century. Oh Giselle, don't you know her? That's the type of shit I would be on. Some real low down gutter butter, just bitch rolling in hell with the devil type of shit. That's the type of shit I would be on. Bitch, the way I would be out there searching for one of them baby mamas right now. Right now. Mm-mm. 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 Right. And make sure it's a cash strip. Right. We done flew somewhere to Germany. Girl, we all staying in the same house. That bitch can't go nowhere. I bring all them kids Jamal got to the family fun day. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It would be on some real, like, girl, the way I would rock Giselle's world. That's why I don't need to be on no reality TV show, because that's the way y'all see the way my mind works. Girl, don't say nothing to me. I ain't gonna say nothing to you. As soon as she start to go left, bitch, we gonna go all the way fucking left off the motherfucking cliff into the goddamn river. That's what you gonna get fucking around with me. Cause my mind work a whole different way. Girl, so either we gonna be cool or either we not. Now if we not, we ain't gotta fool with each other. But girl, once I see you start doing some underhanded, backhanded shit, bitch, we really gonna be on some underhanded, backhanded shit. So you better be careful fucking around with me. Bitch, I have all types of kids and baby mamas on this motherfucking show. Oh, God, bitch! Bitch, fuck around and find out. Mm-mm. And the sad thing about it, y'all, it shouldn't have even gotten to this point. You see how Kenya did? Now, like I said, if I was Tanya, I would have whooped Kenya's ass. But you see what Kenya did? Kenya went and got the whole Kenya went and got the whole cooking lady. I said, no, this bitch did not. I said, no, this bitch did not. Bitch, I said, bitch, that's the type of shit I'm gonna be on. Kenya went and got the whole fucking cookie lady. The whole cookie lady. Girl. Over a wig. Girl, Kenya went and got a side bitch over a wig. Girl. Let me tell you, I was gagged. Girl, I was gagged. See, that's me and Kenya think the same. Cause that's the type of shit I would be on with Giselle. Ooh, I really want somebody to get Giselle. Like, I don't have no problem with Giselle. I just hate the fact that she get away with so much shit. That's what really bothers me. Karen must do the hoodoo because Robin getting dealt with karma before the grandma losing a check over one cheating ass. It ain't new. We knew, girl. If Robin lose this check over one, girl, it's a mess. Girl, let me turn this AC on. This alcohol starting to kick in. Hold up, y'all. My ass. God, I told y'all I need to Girl, my ass is getting so goddamn big. Girl, look at this. Girl. Girl, my ass is getting so goddamn big, it don't make no goddamn sense. Girl. Just no goddamn sense. I told y'all one time this one girl asked me, did I have a BBL? Girl. Girl, a mess. Anyways. Whew, girl. Girl, we're gonna try to lose some weight and get back down to my good weight. Girl, every time I was looking in the mirror the other day, I said, girl, your ass has gotten too big. Girl, this don't make no sense. Girl, this don't make no sense, girl. Girl, your ass is too big. Oh, girl. Anyways. Girl, a mess. Anyways, child. All right, y'all. I'm gone. It's 10:32. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. I'm gone. I'm about to watch. You know what I think I might review, y'all? Oh, just a heads up. Even though I kind of like stopped reviewing Real Housewives of Miami, girl, it was out of sight, out of mind. I am going to review the reunion, though. I'm going to review the reunion. If Robin lose her job, I don't know what to say. Like, if Robin lose her job over, if Robin loses her job, I mean, girl, if she lose her job, one, girl, it's her fault. Two, you really just lost your job over a nigga. Quiet as it's kept. Because you didn't want to just come out and just tell your reality. You decided to do some whole other extra shit. Girl, whatever, girl. If she loses, she loses. If she don't, she don't. If I was Bravo, honey, girl, her head would be spinning. Because, girl, unemployed is what it would be. It will send a message out to the other girls. I think Giselle, I really think that with the stunts they pulled, they either need to be demoted. They're not going to fire Giselle. They not. I mean, girl, they're not going to fire Giselle. No. I don't think that it's okay that girl, it needs to be, all I'm going to say is this. There needs to be a real bona fide conversation with the entire cast before they start filming season 8. Because there's no way they should not go into season 8 still playing in our faces. No, Giselle definitely can get fired. Because if they'll fire Vicky and they'll do the shit that they did with Kenya and Nene, they'll damn sure do it with Giselle. But I don't think they are, though. Because right now, all of the heat is really on Robin. Maybe they fired Lisa Rinna. Well, Lisa say she quit. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody walking away. I'm going to go ahead and say it. In my head, it's only a few of those girls who actually walk away from that Bravo check. When I say, I'm going to say a couple. Lisa Vanderpump, she walked away. And I think that probably, what's the girl with the skinny margarita? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The one, I think, ain't she like best friends with Andy? I don't know how, say her name. With the skinny, Bethany. Yes. It's a few of the girls, Yolanda, like, it's a few of them that actually walked away. But for the most part, They ain't walking away from that check. Like if Candy ever left, Candy didn't leave. You see what I'm saying? Because Candy has made it clear as day that, girl, I'm not walking away from this check. So, bitch, if Candy leaves, it's because it was Candy's time. Like Lisa Rinna didn't leave the show. I think Porsha did walk away. I do. Now, I will give Porsha that. I don't think Porsha was fired. I think Porsha walked away. Porsha walked away because she knew what was in for her ass. That's why I know Porsha walked away. Porsha didn't get, now I will say that much for Porsha. Porsha didn't get fired. I do believe Porsha walked away. Porsha walked away because she knew what the fuck was about to happen. Porsha ran away. Right. Bitch, Porsha ran away. Porsha ran away. Baby, Porsha flew away, okay? Yeah, like, I don't think Porsha, I know that, because Porsha was like their favorite. So I know they didn't fire Porsha. And they wouldn't have fired Porsha because Porsha would have had the biggest story of the whole goddamn season. I think that's what threw them off too. Because, girl, when Porsha left, they was like, fuck. Like, what the fuck we gonna talk about now? But Porsha said, bitch, I'm gone. Porsha knew what was about to happen. Porsha got go, baby. Porsha got. That's another dummy, though. I hate to say it. I hate to call Porsha a dummy, but Porsha literally quit all her jobs. Baby, who just said that? Porsha quit all her jobs. Baby, Porsha literally quit all her jobs. And y'all really think that if Porsha and Simon, when Porsha and Simon get a divorce, that Porsha gonna walk away with all this money? Y'all didn't see what the fuck, girl. Y'all didn't see what the fuck Fallon walked away with. Fallon walked away with $50,000 in a starter home. Fallon got $50,000 in a starter home. That's it. Yeah. Y'all really think Porsha about to go over there and hit a lick with Simon? Girl, bye. I'm just saying, girl. Y'all gonna start learning. Y'all gonna start believing, girl. The girls ain't as smart as y'all make them out to be. These niggas ain't as dumb as we think that some of them are, okay? Because I've been trying to send a super chat for the past 20 minutes. YouTube keeps blocking it. What? Girl, let me tell y'all something. If y'all want to donate to the channel, girl, the Cash App is $Rodney the Voice, spelled the ghetto way, THA. Girl, PayPal / I don't know what PayPal is, girl. Girl, they need to stop trying to block my blessings. Girl, it sound like a hater on the line. Thank you so much, though. But yeah, girl, girl, it is what it is, child. If they come back next season, and I'm about to go because I'm getting hungry. They need to have a serious conversation with the cast of Real Housewives of Potomac because this season was a hot ass mess. Although we were all arguing and fussing online, it still doesn't take away from the fact that, girl, it was a disaster. It was a disaster. And I think they need to have a conversation with the producers. Not just the cast, but the producers. Because, like, why the fuck are you there? Girl, why are you there as a producer if you're not going to produce the show? Why are you there? Why are you there as a producer if you're not going to produce the show? Thank you, Cindy. If there's a curse word, YouTube won't allow it. Oh. Yeah, so it's just like the producers need to be held accountable too. Because Giselle and her homegirls wouldn't have been able to pull the stunts in the shows that they pulled this season if the producers were doing their job and stepped in and said, hey, y'all, this don't make no sense. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board. You know what I do miss? You know what I do miss? I do miss. He do need to talk to his mentee, Eric. You need to have a conversation too. You know what I do miss? I miss the times when reality, like when Real Housewives first happened, it was just a camera, a couple of cameras, and some women. Wasn't cursing. I was just trying to send my little $10 child and talk mess. Love you. Thank you so much. I miss the days where, girl, like when Nene and them first got on the show, it wasn't like, what's the storyline going to be? It was just like, or at least we didn't think it was a storyline. It was just like, girl, some women getting together, and girl, whatever happened is what happened. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no who's the villain, who's this, what role does this person have? Yes! Like, that's what I miss. Now we've gotten to the point where, yes, like when Nene got kicked, remember when Nene couldn't get into Sheree's party? And Nene was outside talking to the camera pissed off? Late but seated, hey cousins, thank you. Like, that's what I miss. I miss like just like it just was real. It was real. It was real. You know, now it's become like, girl, like storylines and who is the villain and what can we do this season? And girl. And that's where like Real Housewives of Atlanta started fucking up. Because instead of them just recording these girls and letting the chips fall where they fall, they wanted to protect certain people. Porsha. So y'all are gonna, this is what Real Housewives of Atlanta started doing in my head. They would record the show and then they would make the show fit the girls. Like, okay, girl, we're gonna make this person seem this way. We're gonna make this person seem this way. We're gonna make this person seem this way. Instead of just like, girl, if it's 3 people on the cast that are the villains, then girl, just 3 people on the cast are the villains. Because the truth of the matter is, if you really want to be honest about it, girl, the real villain was Porsha. But y'all don't really want to have that conversation. Girl, y'all don't really want to have that conversation. The real villain was actually Porsha. And I'm going to be done with it because I'm about to go. Because I'm going to see all the Porsha was the real villain. Porsha is the only one on that goddamn show that has gotten into the 3 physical altercations, accused somebody of taking her or going to take her back to their house, and her, girl, also, girl, went to this lady's house, drunk her Hennessy. Bitch, Porsha went to that lady's house and drunk her motherfucking Hennessy, cheese and crackers, grapes and strawberries, and then slept with her goddamn husband. Girl, if they done a motherfucking villain, I don't know what it is. Bitch, she would have got her ass full for drinking my alcohol. That's enough ass whooping for me. Girl, I done let you in my house and drink my alcohol for free, and you gonna fuck my man? Girl! But y'all ain't ready for that conversation, girl. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Baby, Porsha walked her big ass into that lady's house. Girl, shook that man's hand. Hey, how are you doing? I'm Porsha. Set her big ass in that pool. Drunk that lady's Hennessy. Girl, ate her cheese and crackers, grapes, strawberries, girl, and pineapples, and then ran off with her man. I said, bitch. An ass whooping would have been for both of their asses. Do you hear me? Girl. Girl. But y'all swore but that Kenya was a villain. Girl. Kenya did half of the shit Porsha done did. Girl. Porsha accused her ex-husband of being a punk. Remember? If he didn't want me, then what did he want? Ain't that what she said? What she say? If he wasn't attracted, what did she say? If he didn't want me, then what did he want? Girl, was he gay when you was hopping on the dick and then a full split? When you couldn't go to the goddamn strip club. When I tell you, girl, that Cordell had Porsha on a motherfucking leash. Porsha couldn't do nothing. Girl, I kind of feel bad for Porsha couldn't do nothing, y'all. She couldn't. Porsha couldn't go to the strip club, girl. Y'all see, girl, she had to dress all modestly, girl. You see it soon as she her and Cordell got divorced, girl. Her true colors came out. Porsha ain't covered up her ass ever since. Ever since Porsha, girl, got away from Cordell, her ass and titties been out ever since. I love a woman who can live in her truth. I'm just saying. Girl, let me get out Porsha. Porsha don't seem like she would be that bad of a person. But like, Porsha got too many ways for me. It's on my lip. Chapstick. Anyway, child, I'm gone. I'm about to fix me something to eat. I'm gonna leave Porsha alone. Child. I know how I'm gonna leave Porsha alone, honey. She is a Real Housewife. She don't go Ultimate Girls Trip. I don't know why they haven't came out with it yet. Giselle probably look like a fool. They probably over there trying to edit out the scenes to make Candace look like a fool and bring Giselle out looking like the hero. That's probably what they're doing, Jay. You never know. All right, girl, let me go ahead and take this last little sip. Ooh. 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 Oh, girl. Oh, girl. I'm going to pour a little bit more. Girl, now I'm pouring a little bit more. Pour just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just a little splash. You know. We ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. 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 Girl. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'm about to fix something to eat. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.